Welcome on Gam channel. Please subscribe, like, share and comment. Today you're going to know more about Omar al-Mukhtar, called the Lion of the Desert, considered a national hero in Libya and a symbol of resistance in the Arab and Islamic worlds. Omar al-Mukhtar, born 20th August 1858 and died 16th September 1931, called the Lion of the Desert, known among the colonial Italians as Matari of Mifa, was the leader of native resistance Cyrenaica, currently eastern Libya. Under the Seleucids against the Italian colonization of Libya, a teacher turned general, Omar was also a prominent figure of the Senus movement, and he is considered the national hero of Libya and a symbol of resistance in the Arab and Islamic worlds. Beginning in 1911, he organized and for nearly 20 years led the Libyan resistance movement against the Italian colonial empire during the First and Second Italo-Senus Wars. After many attempts, the Italian armed forces managed to capture al-Mukhtar near Slonta and hanged him in 1931 after he refused to surrender. Early life. Omar al-Mukhtar was born to a family in town of Zanzur near Tobruk, in the region of Ottoman Cyrenaica, to an Arab tribe belonging to the Senussi, who were seen as Libyan Ashrafs, clan just like Emir or King Idris es Senus, eventually becoming chief or leader of the clan. As a child, Omar lost his father early on and spent his youth in poverty. He was adopted by Sheikh and was friends with the nephew of Hussein Gariani, Sharif al-Gariani. His uncle was a political religious leader in Cyrenaica and received his early education at the local mosque before continuing his studies for 8 years at the Senus University in Jagbab, the holy city of the Senus Tariqa. He became a popular expert on the Quran and an imam, joining the confraternity of the Senussi. He also came to be well informed of the social structure of his society as he was chosen to settle inter-tribal disputes. Mukhtar developed a strong relationship with the Senusidi movement during his years in Jagbab, and in 1895 al-Mahdi Senussi traveled with him south to Kufra, and on another occasion further south to Karo in Chad, where he was appointed as Sheikh of Zawiyat Ain Kalk. When the French Empire encroached on Chad in 1899, he was sent among other Senusides to help defend Chad from the French, as the Senussi considered their expansion dangerous due to their missionary activities in Central and West Africa. In 1902, Omar was recalled north after the death of al-Mahdi. The new Senussi leader Ahmed Sharif as Senussi appointed him as Sheikh of the troubled Zawiyat Raksur in northern Cyrenaica. Italian invasion. In October 1911, during the Italo-Turkish War, the Regia Marina, Italian Royal Navy under the command of Admiral Luigi Caravelli, reached the shores of Libya, then a territory subject to Ottoman control. The admiral demanded that the Ottoman administration and garrison surrender their territory to the Italians or incur the immediate destruction of the city of Tripoli and Benghazi. The Ottomans and their Libyan allies withdrew to the countryside instead of surrendering, and the Italians bombarded the cities for 3 days and then proclaimed the Tripolitanians to be committed and strongly bound to Italy. This marked the beginning of a series of battles between the Italian colonial forces and the Libyan armed opposition in Cyrenaica. Guerrilla warfare. A teacher of the Quran by profession, Mukhtar was also skilled in the strategies and tactics of desert warfare. He knew local geography well and used that knowledge to advantage in battles against the Italians, who were unaccustomed to desert warfare. Mukhtar repeatedly led his small, highly alert groups in successful attacks against the Italians, after which they would fade back into the desert terrain. Mukhtar's men skillfully attacked outposts, ambushed troops, and cut lines of supply and communication. The Italian Royal Army was left astonished and embarrassed by his guerrilla tactics. In the mountainous region of Jabal Akdar, in 1924, Italian Governor Ernesto Bomberi created a counter-guerrilla force that inflicted a severe setback to guerrilla forces in April 1925. Mukhtar then quickly modified his own tactics, was able to count on continued help from Egypt. In March 1927, despite the occupation of Diyarbakir from February 1926 and increasingly stringent rule under Governor Attilio Terruzzi, Mukhtar surprised Italian troops at Raheiba. Between 1927 and 1928, Mukhtar reorganized the Senusite forces, who are being hunted constantly by the Italians. Even General Terruzzi recognized Omar's qualities of exceptional perseverance and strong willpower. Marshal Pietro Badoglio, governor of Libya from January 1929, after extensive negotiations, included a compromise with Mukhtar, described by the Italians as his complete submission, similar to previous Italo-Senusite accords. At the end of October 1929, Mukhtar denounced the compromise and re-established unity of action among Libyan forces, preparing himself for the ultimate confrontation with General Rodolfo Graziani, the Italian military commander from March 1930. A massive offensive in June against Mukhtar's forces having failed, Graziani, in full accord with Badoglio, Emilio De Bono, minister of the colonies, and Benito Mussolini, initiated a plan to break the Libyan Mujahideen 100,000 population of Jebel Akhdar would be relocated to concentration camps on the coast, and the Libyan-Egyptian border from the coast at Diyarbakir would be fence-closed, preventing any foreign help to the fighters and depriving them of support from the native population. These measures, which Graziani initiated early in 1931, took their toll on the Senusite resistance. The rebels were deprived of help and reinforcements spied upon, hit by Italian aircraft and pursued on the ground by the Italian forces aided by local informers and collaborators. Mukhtar continued to struggle despite increased hardships and risks. In 1931, he was ambushed near Slaughter. Mukhtar's final adversary, Italian General Rodolfo Graziani, has given a description of the Senusite leader that is not lacking in respect. Of medium height, stout, with white hair, beard, and mustache, Omar was endowed with a quick and lively intelligence, was ineligible in religious matters, and revealed an energetic, impetuous character. Unselfish and uncompromising, ultimately he remained very religious and poor, even though he had been one of the most important Senusite figures. Capture and execution. Mukhtar's struggle of nearly 20 years came to an end on 11 September 1931, when he was wounded in the battle near Slaughter and then captured by the Italian army. On 16 September 1931, on the orders of the Italian court and with Italian hopes that Libyan resistance would die with him, Mukhtar was hanged before his followers in the Souk prisoner of war camp at the age of 73 years old. Legacy. Omar al-Mukhtar University was founded in 1961. Since 1971, Mukhtar's face has appeared on the Libyan 10 dinar note. His final years were depicted in the movie Lion of the Desert in 1981. It was based on the struggles of Mukhtar against Rodolfo Graziani's forces. In 2009, Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi wore a photograph of Mukhtar in Italian captivity on his chest while on a state visit to Rome, and brought along Mukhtar's elderly son during the visit. With the Libyan civil war beginning 17 February 2011, Omar Mukhtar again became a symbol for a united free Libya, and his picture was depicted on various flags and posters at the anti-Gaddafist forces. Rebel militias named one of their brigades the Omar Mukhtar's Brigade after him. The school is named after Mukhtar in Irbid, Jordan. A masjid is named after Mukhtar in Tampa, Florida, USA, known as Masjid Omar al-Mukhtar. Streets are named after Mukhtar in Kuwait City, Gaza City, Cairo, Egypt, West Bay area of Doha, Qatar, Bizerte, Tunisia, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Irbid, Jordan, Tangier, Morocco. Thank you for watching this video. Keep subscribing for more about history and historical figures of different countries around the world.